All right, we're on the second part of this video series where we're talking about the table of contents, a dynamic PDP enabled table of contents to curate content for users. As you'll notice, I've added page views, and I encourage you to watch the first video to get all of the information to build up this dynamic card. Again, it's meant to help users to have a curated experience that we now are sorting using page views. We're using the activity log, so I'm going to show you that. So this is the Domo Stats activity log data set. So you can find this data set by simply going to Data, go to Connector, go to the Domo Stats, and you'll load a report, so you'll connect in to this. It's available to Domo administrators only. And you will then have the ability to select from a number of things. Activity log is what you'll be looking for, and that returns information about team member activities. You'll schedule that, and this is going to look very similar to your activity log that is found in the administrator or the settings menu, and you'll see these types of events and objects. So that data set is pretty easy to use. It's not perfect, and so you'll have to work with it. I have a data flow that can help you specifically for creators and administrators, but it is a helpful data set. So we're going to just show you what we're going to grab. So we're going to just look at pages viewed. Now I'm going to make a note here because we're going to do a separate video on how you should measure adoption, or a better way to measure adoption. But for now, we're going to just focus on this. So wait for that video. But we have viewed pages. And one of the things you'll notice is somewhat of a flaw for administrators. You're going to see that there are data that comes in for administrators. I believe anybody that has data flows, scheduled data flows, where you have these types of batch viewed pages. I'm not sure why that's happened for many years in Domo. It's a flaw in the activity log, and so hopefully they fix that someday. But we have all of these pages that have been viewed that I never viewed listed here. So we're going to build a data flow that actually eliminates these rows by looking at batch. It's not a perfect measure, but it's a Band-Aid for now. So we, in the last video, built a data set called the Domo Data Governance Set. And what we want to do is, and I've built a data flow to do this that's separate, is we want to build a data flow that that you can use. And I'm going to clear this. We'll go to a refreshed version of this. But basically, it's a governance data set with the activity log. And we're just joining this. We're doing some simple joins, but this is how I dealt with this issue. So I will paste these into, again, if you subscribe and DM me on the community channel or comment in the YouTube video, you will find, I'll send you all of the SQL, and you should use it in Magic. We did find in the last data set that it was significantly faster in Magic. And so you'll want to do this again, operationalize it in Magic. So you'll select just a few things: the username, the object, and the event time. And we're putting a log filter, an activity log filter, based on this batch. If there's more than one event, then we're going to eliminate that. And we're only going to keep those specific individual rows in the activity log that have a timestamp that's unique for the page and viewed combination. After we've done that, we're going to then just simply look at the last 31 days and the where statement here. The event time is greater than 31 days ago. And so what this is going to do is give us a page view count. I'm just doing the count of the object ID here, or each row, and it's grouped by user ID and object. And this then is joined onto the Domo governance data set based on the page ID and the user ID. The page user ID and the user ID. So what we're doing is basically just creating something that we can take a maximum from. It'll be the same value for every page user combination, but then we'll just take a max on each card and we can do that. So what's nice about this, so let's go back over to our dashboard, is once we run that, and again, we can put that on the same data flow. I put that on a separate data flow just to show it a little bit easier and crisper on this demo. But we'll put that back onto the Domo governance data set that we've created through that data flow. And we will then adjust our card to sort based on the max page views value. So what this does is it will now give us a table that is going to prioritize on the top anytime that a user, let's say an executive, comes into Domo, they will see the thing that they've viewed the most over the last 31 days, and we'll have a descending order on that. And so this is a very simple way to do this. Again, we'll use the max, not a sum, not a count. It's just going to be the max because it's going to be the same for every single page user combination. But what this does is it allows us now to prioritize content. And so this is a very simple way to extend the work that we did in the last video. And so hopefully this is of use to you. In the next video, we're going to go over each of these other cards in this dashboard that I've built, specifically the visuals and how we can filter in to see the visuals, and then also show you how I created a data dictionary with definitions for each field. This is done in a variety of ways, so I'm going to walk through what that looks like so that a user can have a great amount of confidence in the data that they're looking at. I've included certification here, ownership, and then of course the definitions are really important on the field level. We'll talk about that as well. Thanks.